Basically, as you may know, I am the Deputy Editor-in-Chief for Digital Media at the student newspaper at Warwick, the Boar. And normally I do mostly website stuff, adding new authors so we can tag them and making sure at the moment that it's running faster. So that's a big thing we're working on at the moment, because you will see if you go on the website, it is a bit slow, but I'm working on it with other people. But one other thing, and that's something that I'm sure a lot of people had problems with, is that we use Google for our emails, and we also use them for Google Drive, so sharing files, and Google Forms for, if we have a features article and we want to ask people what they think on a different topic, so we can write an article about that and incorporate that. The issue is now we have to pay for it, and a lot of other organizations as well. So Google started to charge. I think it's called Google Suite or Google Legacy, whatever, I can't remember. So my task was to actually move our emails to another provider and figure out a way how we could work around the problem of how to share files. Basically, it was a big task, and I thought that if you're in a similar situation, that might actually be quite useful for you. Basically, what we did, we moved to Soho for our emails. So we have 25 different email accounts, because we have, editor-in-chief, you got different sections emails, arts, features, you name it. So I did all the migration, which took a bit of time, a lot of technical stuff, so I had to Google a lot. So how do you do that? Because we imported basically all the emails from the old Gmail account to the new one. And before that, I also downloaded a copy of all the Google Drive files. So I still have all of them. That's a lot of storage. So for the files, we then started using SharePoint for Microsoft, or by Microsoft, purely because we use Office 365 at the university, which basically means we can make a group on SharePoint, Teams. We can just make a group, so that's what I did. I initially wanted to use Teams, but and made different channels, but that actually wasn't, I found, the best solution, because that's not really how you share files, it's mostly how you communicate, and we use Facebook Messenger, so that didn't quite work. So we moved over to SharePoint, which obviously is linked. So I moved all the old Google Drive files over to SharePoint. I made different sections, and you can basically create document libraries. So that's what I did. So I have a document library for each different section, which I give access to. So I can, everybody can just, manage access. So I can actually say who has access to each document library. So in the group itself, I have all the editors and the senior team, including me. So I'm doing all the technical stuff. I'm obviously owner of the group. And what's really interesting about the document library, I have a editor-only folder inside the library, where only the editors can access, the files, which includes the old Google Drive files. On top of that, I now also am able to add deputy editors and sub-editors to the document library, but able to not give them access to the editor-only content. So they can share files within, between each others, but also the editor can make sure that they don't have access to old Google Drive content or things that are confidential. So I did that. It's a bit, it does take a bit of work setting it all up, giving the correct permission to everybody. But, it does seem to work quite well, and I think because we do it over, through the university, there is no storage limit, so we don't have to worry about, I can only upload 10 gigabyte worth of old files, because I don't. At least I have not come across any storage limitations, so that's actually really great. I just had to update all of them how to do the files and stuff. Microsoft Forms are still a bit tricky, because I don't know how you can have them in your document document library. But I figured it out. but we're slowly getting there. I'm doing like a whole what's it called, document. But yeah, it's a lot of work for the moment, but I really enjoy it, and it's just really nice having this big impact on the newspaper, even though I just finished my first year, so I haven't obviously done massive amounts of stuff with the Boar, and being able to be in such a position to like have like this huge impact is actually really awesome. But yeah, we'll work on the website, so if you're interested in what we post, just go on theboar.org and have a look around. And if you've got any questions, or if you're interested to see what Warwick is like, follow my account.